So today there's gonna be a change of name, brand, and it's gonna be titled the
Spectacular
Opinion.
opinion.
So stay tuned, and everything remains the same. Just
Just name
change,
change.
yeah, for more
Rebranding.
easier findings if you're looking for our page on
Definitely.
YouTube, especially. And you're welcome to today's podcast. And I'm here with
Benji.
and
Deb.
yeah, and as you all know, my name is Dr. Zeke.
And I am Shay Savage.
Okay, let's get this food cooking.
Oh, fuck.
This food cooking. Yeah, definitely.
Today, Shaish Savage is gonna ask us a few questions as usual, and I would like to take a look into Debbie's and sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. Debbie's opinion and Benji. Is it Benji or Benji?
Either or.
Either or, okay.
Yeah.
Benji.
Potato,
Opinion.
potato.
So we're gonna be looking at into their opinion and stay tuned and let's get the food ready. You ready?
Yeah, cut that out.
We're ready. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That one.
All right.
Okay, so my first question is, do you believe in the one?
What do you mean?
Like, when they say, oh, he's the one, she's the one. Do you believe in, like, let me say, do you believe there's the one for everybody? Even though nobody's perfect, but still.
I don't know because that's kind of hard. Like just saying that there's only one person out there for you. I don't know. I mean, maybe perhaps for some people, like
Yeah.
truly, like there's really only one
One
person
person.
that they will ever really click with. But I think it might be depending on the person. Some people might have maybe one or two, maybe three people that they click with. Other people might only connect with
Then it's
one.
the ones.
The
Don't
ones,
let that
the
be
multiples.
I don't think it becomes the one anymore. When it come out,
The
when it
ones.
come out on
The
one.
many.
The many. Exactly.
What about you?
Nah, I don't believe in the one.
You don't?
Nah.
At all?
Nah.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Well, for me, I kind of believe like there is one person in some cases that if you take your time, it takes time for you to find the one, but the one is the one that mark all your goals, like what you're looking for in that person. I think the person that has those tastes, those things that you require, could be looked at as the one. So there's definitely the one. I mean, if there's actually the one, because at the end of the day our goal is to marry one person, right?
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
Yeah, so if that person you marry is not the one, then what the fuck is the one? You understand? So yeah, I believe there is the one.
Okay. Yeah, same here too. I believe there is the one or the many.
I don't know about the many.
I mean, life happens. What if something bad happens and the person is no more? So there's another the one of many for the person.
Then they are the one too.
Okay. Next question is, this one is something. Would you ever lie to your partner just to break up with them? Let me rephrase that. Let me
I
rephrase.
think-
Would you lie on? Would you lie on your parents just to break up with your partner?
Oh, like if you don't want to tell them straight, I don't like you.
After
just like-
you want to break up with them, would you tell them, my mother does not like you, or my father said this, my son? Would you give one flimsy excuse? 'Cause I feel like that's a flimsy excuse, in my own opinion.
Yeah.
Would you, or have you had it done to you before? Let me say that.
That's a good question.
Well, how would you know if it was done to you? You have to kind of, or he just
Women intuition. You
just
feel
like, this
sometimes.
guy's-
Yeah.
bullshit.
Bullshit. I'll not say no names, but let's continue.
This
Okay.
is begin with K?
Huh?
Oh, okay, never mind. It's gone already.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
Nah.
Well, I mean, we're adults. I'm just gonna tell you up front.
Thank you.
There's no point in being around the bush as far as the
I
reason.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, I think, dang, I don't know. I just don't want to hurt somebody's feelings.
Such a nice person.
No, okay, so with you saying you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, would you continue to date somebody out of pity?
I've done it before.
You done it before? How you?
Oh, Deborah, tell us more. Hey, moment of
Oh
silence.
yeah,
Deborah.
spill it.
Spill.
I just, oh my god,
Spill
I
it,
just
my dear.
like,
It's okay,
I
it's
just
okay.
didn't. I was not interested anymore, and it was one of those things. Okay, actually, here's what happened. I kept telling him that like this really isn't working. We kept going on breaks and stuff, and he just wasn't getting it. So finally, I was just like, okay, well, when he's ready to leave, he'll go. And finally,
Only
He left?
savage.
he left.
You thought you was like, that was worse.
Because
And
if I
she's so
keep
quiet.
telling you, if I keep telling him, no, like, okay, let's go on a break. Like, I don't know how else to say I don't like you. Like, how do you say that to somebody?
Baby, I'm not feeling it anymore.
What are you feeling?
I don't know. That I was like,
mean-
what, 19, 20 back then? So I might
Back then.
be different. I know it was like 3 years ago.
I mean, shoot, a year is a long time to think about it. People change over time.
So, do you want to say something, Benji?
Sip that water.
I feel like Benji has a lot of experience when it comes to that.
No, none of that. No.
Okay.
I don't think
Well,
I would do it.
Yeah, I don't think I would
I
either.
think you just have to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes just to make things easier to be said, you just have to go through a different route so you don't feel like you're making them feel little of themselves. So you might just be like, oh, here's the deal. I mean, you don't even have to say anything sometimes. All you have to do is act. All you have to do is not give them the attention they need, and they are going to leave you. But in some cases, if they are not leaving you, then and you don't want, and you're not confident enough to tell them that you're not like feeling the relationship or you're not into the relationship. One thing that will come to your mind is just using someone as an excuse. Maybe you might be like, I'm too busy. I have a lot going on, and my family, like, they already have someone for me. Like, I don't really like the person, but hey, I always have to stick with my family because they already have. Like,
Yeah, but okay.
too
So
much.
let
That's
me
complicated.
bring a topic out from that, from what you just said. Would you date someone just to make your family happy, or would you date someone that makes you happy and have peace of mind?
I'm gonna say this straight. I'm gonna date someone that's gonna make me happy because my family talking about
Singing, bro.
like because they are not the one that's gonna be in the relationship for me at the end of the day. So why should I date someone to make them happy if I'm not happy?
Facts.
Because like, what, like, would you?
Nah, I think that's definitely it depends on the culture because I've noticed a lot of
Yeah, it depends on the
specifically, like,
culture.
Even though-
Africans
But-
because white I don't know why I said whites like that, but Africans from what I've seen, Africans, Indians, and Asians.
They
It's
usually
none
have
of that.
like,
You don't-
yeah.
there's-
Not
still
all,
have
but
to
of course,
follow
generally
through.
speaking, you know, especially when you come from or you're like first, second generation, it's very strong.
They
You know,
have
the
like
influence of the
a
parents.
pre-marriage
No, I
plan for
don't know why you
you.
keep mentioning pre-marriage.
I mean, it's
I
a
mean,
fact.
it's pre-marriage, like, you know, they're just set it up like, you know, oh, I want you to marry my friend's
Exactly,
son,
like
my friend's
just like for
daughter.
example, maybe you've not met before, like you and Janet haven't, yeah, and Sheisha haven't met, and then Sheisha is with like maybe I don't.
All right, that's enough. Anyway, so what I was saying is that obviously, you know, the influence of your parents plays and the culture plays a
It's the
big
culture.
factor.
I would say the culture because even in the past, like it's just now that you're free to marry whoever you want to marry. In the past, they usually choose I think that's why you see it, and it's not just the funny thing is that I got here to realize that it's not just we black because I used to feel like it's the that's the ancient way, that's the ancient practice, that's the way they do things in the past. They find someone, their parents tend to find your partner for you. That's why at the end of the day, in the past, also in the past, they usually have like polygamous families a lot.
Facts.
So when other when I got here and I started seeing like other races and stuff doing the same culture, I'm like, maybe that's the way humans are created at first, to always have a premarital. You understand, like that, like there's always someone that your parents will find for you.
Recommend, maybe.
Yeah.
Not necessarily find.
I don't think it's recommend. It's just now that you can look at it as
Isn't it?
recommend,
Yeah, I wouldn't
because
count it.
now
It's
because
more
the
of
way
a you have to.
Yeah.
the way things are set up now, your eyes is like they've given you that feeling, that notion that you can make your own decision yourself when it comes
Your eyes
to
are open.
stuff. You understand? But in the past, it's not recommendation. You are marrying Shadi and you can't do nothing about it. You just have to take it
If
like
you don't
that.
want them to disown you,
Exactly. Because, and again, what always caused that is because if your family is rich, right, they would want you to marry someone that is rich.
Exactly.
You understand? It's just the issue they have with princes and kings. Kings can marry whoever they want to marry.
Now.
But in the past, king will have to marry
Someone
like
from
a
a royal
princess or
family as
someone to
well.
expand their kingdom. That was the
Right.
goal then.
Right.
But now everything is like really settled because the way everything is. So yeah.
facts. Yeah.
Yeah. So Benji, you want to say something right now?
Nah, bro. I got nothing.
Okay, you got nothing. Yeah. So
Okay, so
do you agree?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
You agree too, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But I will say though that I still like, for me personally, because family is really big to me, and I really value like my family's opinion.
Then yours.
I would not. I mean, when it comes to someone I'm gonna have to wake up next to every day, like I mean, it's ultimately up to me.
It's a tough decision.
But I would still,
Consider.
yeah, like I would definitely think about it if my parents or my family didn't like someone I brought home,
No, true.
because I valued their opinion, and I know that, like, you know,
They will try
them-
their best, but
yeah.
even still, they are not going to know the person, because you see, your family just goes to the other family and be like, I like your son, I want your son. But they don't know what the son is doing.
They don't know
But
if the son is a drug
Yeah.
dealer.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Yahoo
So
boy.
you can- exactly. So it ultimately
in your
is
own
up to you.
In your own
to-
case, where you are finding your own partner yourself, you would have gotten the opportunity to know the person, the in and out. Even if you don't like know some, it's just hard for you not to know. You have to be blinded with love, which some people are, not to know what you understand. You're more safe making your own decision based on your own on what you see, than your
Yeah.
family deciding for you. Because at the end of the day, you just blame your family when issues comes, instead of blaming yourself.
True, because you agreed to it.
Yeah.
You didn't
Right.
have to, but
Ultimately,
yeah.
it is
Yeah,
your
it is your
choice,
decision. Yeah. So
So my next question is, what does it mean when someone says, "Let's get to know each other"?
So let me tell you this. That is my go-to move.
Why
is-
though?
Because there have been several aunties that have tried to set me up with young ladies in Nigeria, and I use that as, because, well, first of all, we're virtual, we're talking virtually. And secondly, I have used that with Americans as well, but it's just more so fill it out, because I'm sure you've all heard of, when you meet a woman, however the span of time, you're meeting her representative. So I'm using that to kind of gauge her emotional stability, because I'm not really like me.
Emotional stability.
Yeah, the nonsense that a lot of brothers been going through, I haven't. Thank God I haven't went through that, because I know if the flag is even a tinge of red, I'm like,
Red flag.
Not even. It don't even have to be red. It could be orange going into red.
Purple flag.
I put my hands up. I just never engage. So that's why I always use that, and
And
have
that's
been.
all the time.
okay.
That's most of the time, and I have no blowback, but a lot of young ladies that I spoke to have kind of said, "Look, how long has it been?" Like, there was this one most recent. It's going on 2 years. It's like we're trying to get to know each other for 2 years. Don't you know everything? I was like, nah, and she's in Nigeria.
See,
You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm not constantly talking to her because I
Nigeria long
have.
distance. He takes
That's what I'm saying.
the
Nigerian women are something else.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nigerian woman at the shit, man.
No, Nigerian
Period.
woman or something else.
Exactly.
I'm saying like that certain long distance. It's Nigeria is not a place where you can just say, oh, I'm going to Nigeria tomorrow morning. Unless you have that money, like
Yeah.
$10
You see, I'm
taco.
going to Nigeria
Then you
tomorrow
can do
morning.
that. But other than that, you have to like really put the the planning to like, okay, I'm going to Nigeria, I'm staying there for this amount of time, this, that, that. And if you start dating somebody that's in Nigeria, you have to, go frequently to see that person.
All right, scratch that.
So
Deborah and Janet. When a guy
Hold
you met,
on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Don't scratch. Let. Yeah, you
Scratch
got
that.
it.
no, I want to ask him.
no,
When a
scratch,
guy-
scratch the name. Scratch the name.
Wait, Janet?
Shay.
Shay. All right, Deborah and Shay.
Oh my
Deborah and Shay. When a guy you meet, whether you're interested in him or not, that is his first. That's his mindset in the beginning of time. What is your opinion? How do you react?
Let's get to know each other
What's
first.
his?
Let's get to know.
each other.
Yeah.
No.
If the guy says
you're
that,
meeting this guy for the first time.
And he says,
And I just want to let's get to know each other. You may have spoken to him maybe briefly. He's enacting some kind of interest from you, so he uses that. What is your reply? What is your mindset going forward?
I take it as what it is. Let's get to know each other. And if I'm not feeling you along the line, bye-bye.
Wait,
So-
what are you feeling?
The person,
Everything.
the
No,
conversation,
Oh,
the vibe, the
conversation,
energy, everything.
Oh, it doesn't have to do with
So
other
there's-
things.
So
What
there's-
do you-
so you're not against let's get to know each other, guys. Talking.
I'm definitely not. I mean, that's how you get to the
Okay,
dating
before
level.
we go
Get
to
know each
Deb,
other first.
how long is let's get to know each other for you?
It just depends.
Give me an average.
He asking all the question at once.
No,
It
I wanna-
depends. It depends on the person. It can be,
Depends on how tall he is. He's light skin and dark skin.
Yeah, if he's fitting the list, he
Oh,
has
okay.
to be
Oh, okay.
tall and handsome. Dark skin. I don't do light skin. Dark skin.
Oh my! Cut that from the tape.
Oh, okay, you like it dark.
Strike that from the tape.
Yeah, I
Strike
do
that.
like
No, don't scratch that. I don't do light skin. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead. Keep that in there.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with light skin, man. I just feel like they're too pretty boyish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see you.
very
Okay.
All right,
You
Yeah,
got
Deb.
the point.
Deb, you're not off the hook.
All right.
We were coming back.
No, I agree. Like, if a guy's like, let's get to know each other, I think that means what he said. Like,
Exactly.
let's talk a little bit. Let's like get to know each other. What was the second question?
The span of time.
No, it does depend.
Yeah.
That you're
So for
span of time
instance-
until you're comfortable. Like, all right, what are we doing here? Sorry, go ahead. You want me to come at you?
It might like maybe if dang, I don't know. Maybe like it depends on how often you talk
Give me an average.
and how often you are around each other.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Consistency, my
exactly.
dear. You
Like
have
if
to be
we see each other
consistent.
once a month, like we're gonna be getting to know each other for a while because we don't interact that much. But if we're talking pretty often, then okay, like maybe like 2 months. It
Then
depends.
it's faster.
Yeah.
The timeline is faster.
consistent, it's faster. Like,
Because
okay,
you get to see everything.
Yeah.
and you know what you want to know on time, other than
Exactly.
come today, leave tomorrow, come today, leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what may I feel as when someone or a girl, I'm not gonna say someone because only a girl I care about. A guy, I should never be the situation where a guy would be like, "Let's
Keep
get
going
to
down
know
that
each
slippery
other."
slope, man. I'm telling you.
But yeah, I believe like when she says let's get to know each other, is that she wants to know your personality. She wants to know who you are because like you can't just know you can't just go straight into a relationship without getting to know each other. And the goal of getting
Some people do.
I
They
mean, some
have
people
this,
do,
they know that.
but it's risky. It's not even kind of risky. It's risky because you don't know if you are dating a murderer. You don't know. You understand what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter. People change along the line. They can be a sweetheart in the beginning and become a monster at the end. Or monster in the
It's not-
beginning, sweetheart in
It's
the
maybe
end.
one in every 100 people. That's.
I mean,
that's
it's
the
it's
chance.
the fact though. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
no.
people change.
That's normal, but at least you don't have yourself to blame because you still have an excuse that at least you got to know each other before you become a murderer and the murder
Like
you.
you did
You
your
go and
best.
explain in every the situation. But yeah, let's get to know each other. It's just basically knowing everything about the person. The person is your taste. It's to me, let's get to know each other is to know if you guys are compatible, if you have the same taste, if you have the same mindset, and if you have the same goal. That's getting to know each other because, as I said, it's not a smart thing to just go straight into a relationship without getting to know each other.
All right, let me piggyback off that. I'm gonna put both of you, Deb and Shay, back on the hot seat. What is the amount of time? Because I mean, I would
Okay.
assume both of you guys agree that the man is making the decision as far as where
How
we take
long?
it from here. Yes.
Sometimes
Okay.
the woman.
I'm
I
asking
mean,
you.
I've
I'm
heard of it.
asking you.
Me,
You,
okay,
yeah,
me
yeah.
personally, I've not been the one to be like, okay, let's start dating. We are dating from now
Okay, so
on.
the man. So
I
yes,
let the man
all right.
do
So
the, you know,
best.
The,
Okay.
the
they
data.
ask
What
him.
is? Let's piggyback off that because that is attached. That is my one being. What is the amount of time that you would give that man until you're like, all right, you're not serious?
It depends how
Man,
much I really
well, my
like
auntie-
you.
Exactly.
No, it
Get on,
No,
Chef.
for real,
does.
it depends how much I really like you. Like if
Yeah.
I really, really,
So if
really,
you're like
really
60%
like you.
and he's like, can you be my girlfriend? You're like, nah, you're at 60. Get
What do
out.
you mean 60?
60% of interest.
Of liking him.
Because you said it depends. So I'm giving you percentage.
No, I'm saying it depends on. State your question again.
It's like he's saying that, like, if you've got to know each other like 60%, are you gonna be okay of him asking you out?
No. My question is, what is the length of time before it gets to where, all right, you're not serious. Other guys are, knocking down my door. Move on. Length of time before he's makes a decision. I want to be in a relationship with you. That's the question I'm asking. Because guys will generally take it as long as possible. I'm sure when you're in high school, the talking stage.
Why would you take it as long as possible?
I'm
though,
saying,
if you
Yeah.
I
like
mean,
her?
you
it's
know-
part of growing up. Little bumps and bruises along the ways.
What? No.
What
are you saying?
My dear, if the girl is a babe and you're wasting your time, somebody else is
Like-
snatch
And now tell us, babe.
Seriously. I mean, it should be obvious. Like, for real.
It
no,
just,
what is
it
that?
it really depends.
Auntie,
If I really
stop giving
like
us
you that
average.
much, then I'll give you a little extra time. I'll let you push it a little, and after
What is
a
that?
while,
48 hours?
huh?
How-
It depends.
Like if it takes other guys that
Okay, no.
if I'm letting other guys slide for like regular just 3 months.
Auntie.
If the next person is fine, I may allow 6
Auntie,
months. That's what I'm saying.
The audience wants to know some averages so that they know what
How
to do
long
with
it
the
should
guys.
take?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
how long
For
is
me,
for you?
personally-
Like,
Yeah.
hey, after this amount of time, if
After
you're not
like how many months or how
if you-
many weeks will you
Yeah.
be comfortable with?
Until you
That's
like-
what I just said.
No, we want
It
we want
depends on
numeric. We want some numeric.
He doesn't want you to say it depends on average.
On
Because you have
average.
experience
Yes.
already.
Okay.
like
So-
within
How
90.
do you hold on? How do you not have experience?
No, the question is not for me, it's for you.
Yeah, sure. Oh, we coming to you, Deb. You're not off the hook.
Okay,
I'm just watching, listening.
I'll say
Hey, zoom the camera on her. Make sure you zoom the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, speak.
I'll say three months to a year.
Okay.
3 months or here.
Yeah.
A year.
After
No,
that
wait,
year,
a year.
that see, I only said that year because I said depends on how much I like
That
you.
means I don't
If
like
I-
you.
No.
If I'm letting you go for a year, that means I don't like you.
See, it depends on the location too.
My heart goes out to all
Okay.
you.
If you're not in the same location,
Okay.
then that's when that year comes in.
Because we just
But if
talked
you're in the
about
same
the getting
exactly,
to know.
if you're in the
okay,
same
okay.
location, then he will not take up to 6 months. Go need 6 months, 3 months and 2 weeks. You're out if you're not making anything. But if you're like far away, thousands of miles away, then it's it's
I
understandable.
think it could take a year depending on how often, as you said, because like sometimes you can. I mean, sorry to cut you guys off, but sometimes if you are having like that interaction with the girl for like maybe a month and then you get really busy and maybe you just feel like it's not getting anywhere or whatever, then you take a break and you go for something else and you do. Then you come back again later.
That's where that year
you
comes
understand?
from.
Where it-
And
So
then
that's
again-
what
Yeah.
makes it longer.
And then again, it's America. Everybody's busy. So
Exactly.
it's not like Nigeria where there's
Time
plethora
for
of time in
exactly.
everybody's hands. Trust me. There's time in Nigeria. But here, yeah.
So Debbie, it's for you.
Your opinion, my dear.
Your spectacular opinion.
I think so. Again, kind of like touching back on the last subject, like it depends maybe on how long I've known the guy prior to us being interested in each other. Like if we have been friends already, I mean, at that point, I kind of expect you to know whether or not you want me. So if you're taking a little bit too long to, like finalize it, I'm going to feel like this guy isn't really interested. And
Yeah.
that could even be like after a month and a half of like,
And
expressing that interest because me, like we're friends.
true.
But if we weren't that cool, maybe 3 months.
Okay, so with the whole friend Kenny, I feel like when you're friends and you're trying to start dating, it's a different person you're trying to know. If we're just friends, then it's like you don't really have to know everything. You're friends. You get to know each other as you go. I mean, we're dating too, yeah, but with dating, then you have to really, really, really know the person. Like,
Like a different
exactly
type,
what are
okay.
your darkest
Taste.
Because a
demons,
good
all that.
friend might not be a
is
good
your
boyfriend.
biggest? What do you call it? What you were talking about?
What's your? Are you interested in the BD or SDE? Are you DTF or not?
Oh,
my
shoot.
God.
I'm joking.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
No, I mean, honestly,
the-
BD
they're
and
different
SDE, those are
conversations you're having.
those are conversations you have to know. Some women, going back to what one of our topics, some women don't even like having sex at all.
Benji, what's BDE?
I don't know. Make sure y'all read your Bible.
I don't know what that is.
No,
I
if
don't
we're being
know
honest,
either.
but yeah. So we all agree. We're moving on to the next
Yeah,
question.
we're moving on. Yeah, I don't know what
Okay.
those are.
So
right.
my next question is, it's a big one. Are you ready?
Oh
Okay,
no.
It's a big
Yo.
So my next question is, would you ever date your significant other even if the parents doesn't like it? Precisely, it's usually the mother that don't be liking your significant other.
one. That's stereotyping.
No, it's not stereotyping. In most cases,
What you saying, the African?
it's rare for the dad to be
Dad
like,
to-
I don't like your girlfriend.
Well,
It's usually the
no,
moms.
I think it depends on the culture. Because maybe for we Nigerians, it will be the mom.
Even here,
But for
in America,
for
it's usually the moms too.
Indians and stuff like that, I feel like it's more likely for the dad not being
No,
the support.
it's usually the mom. So let me give you an example. I watched a video on Shade
I
Room
want
earlier.
reality.
No, I mean this is real life. So the boy is 16 and I think his name is Kenyon or whatever. That's what she said. So the girlfriend called the boyfriend, the 16-year-old, young love.
Oh, okay.
So the mother picked up hello, and then the girl was like, "Who's this? Why you picking up my boyfriend's phone?" Not knowing it was the mom.
I seen that.
So the mom was like, "Why you worrying about who picking up his phone?" Blah blah blah. They just basically almost went back and forth. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so in her video, she was like, "Well, how you checking for who's calling my son and you're not checking about my son's well-being or whatever, whatnot?" And she was like, "Well, baby girl, you were literally out the door because I'm going to make sure my boy does not, continue with you, that he breaks up with you." So I'm like,
You heard my
yeah,
boy?
it's just like the mom.
Yeah, no. Usually the mom is usually the deciding factor because I feel like females are more likely to make their decision prominent than males. In most cases, like they force. I mean, I'm not stereotyping like you.
No, you definitely stereotyping.
I'm
keep
not
thinking that hole, though, bro.
stereotyping,
Keep
though.
going.
It's usually
thinking
the
out.
moms. It's the dads to do their part,
Or
but
is
it's
it
not
the
as
moms?
much
The
as
mom is more
for-
vocal and the dad is more action oriented. I feel. So if the dad doesn't like the whatever, the dad like takes action.
Like
But
what?
the mom is the one that would say like she will like he's gonna you could pull him out like get out my property, get out my house. But the mom is gonna be like, you ain't dating my daughter. And she's still gonna have the guy sit down in the house. I feel like you ain't dating my
they
daughter.
can say that. I've seen cases where the dad is like, "Well, I don't want you dating that boy. I don't like him." And I've seen where the dad's like, "I don't want you dating that girl." So,
But the dad will say that after the boy is not there.
no, some don't care. They'll say it in your face.
Yeah, those dads are different. There are different types of dads.
Even the moms, so some of them will say it in your face, but
No, moms are more likely to say it in your face because moms don't give a fuck, right?
Depend
some
on the
do, some don't. Yeah.
personality.
Yeah, it depends. Let me. I'm not stereotyping like
You
Dana,
are.
and I'm not.
I'm not. It's not
She's the one that started
stereotype
with the
now. Because I mean, okay, let me say this. In the cases I've seen, all the cases I've seen is usually the mother.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's no longer a stereotype.
Now that we've settled that, what was the question?
Would you date your significant other knowing fully well that the mom doesn't like you or the parents doesn't like you at all? Because sometimes it can be both parents that don't like your
The
significant other.
That's a good question.
And I know of a story where the father and the mother don't like the daughter of, I mean, not
Shadi?
the daughter, the girlfriend
Or
of their
Funke?
son.
Wow.
Okay. So
That's hard.
that's a good
It's
question.
a tough one.
So yeah, do you wanna
I
answer?
don't think I
The road.
would. Because, okay, one,
Mm-hmm.
family is
Why?
really important. to me.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if your parents don't like me, then how are our families ever supposed to mesh? You know.
That's it. How are they supposed to collabo? Call your for Molubo.
And also, I've never met parents who don't like me, so I would be
Oh, really?
looking
Speak
at
that
them.
Yeah,
like,
very likable.
what's wrong with
Speak
them?
that truth.
Yeah, very
I'm kidding.
likable.
But yeah, no, like seriously, like family is really important. So
Yeah.
if that's off, I just feel like, I mean, there will be trouble in that relationship
There's
too,
gonna be.
with his
No,
parents talking in
There's
his son's
fire on
ear.
the
Yeah.
mountain.
And some
Run,
sons
it's
will
not gonna
listen
make it
to their
last.
parents
Yeah.
over their
There are some
wife.
mama's
Yeah,
boys.
you don't have to deal with that.
Mama's boys are the
They are the
worst.
worst. God,
So
Jesus.
beige.
When my mom said, "No, what are you saying?" Not your mom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
No
God.
disrespect, but still.
Yeah.
No, for
Beige. Any opinion?
What's your
Any
opinion?
spectacular
Would
opinion?
you still continue with the relationship, or
Are you gonna be like?
Yeah,
End
just
it.
I would probably continue.
You
knowing, knowing that your girlfriend's mom
Doesn't
and
like it.
dad does not like
Yeah, I mean,
every
it's A and B.
Thanksgiving, every Christmas, every Easter, every
I've seen
Every
it work.
holiday.
It's me and you. You know, it's a choice you gotta
it's
make.
me and you against the world.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Well,
not.
for me, like I family first, true, but you have to also be able to distinguish or try to leverage or try to point out what your family don't like about the person.
Okay.
So maybe your family don't like the fact that the person does some stuff. I mean, maybe, for example, your family might not like the fact that the person smokes. You understand what I'm saying? So the question you're gonna ask yourself is: do you want to have to deal with these family issues? You understand? Are you able to fix it? And is your significant other willing to sacrifice what they hate about that? What they hate about him? Or is he willing? Is he or she willing to change, or try to at least just try to make my family happy? You understand what I'm saying? Like, just
Like, are they willing
just
to
pretend
defend
or
you?
defend? Just like, are you willing to pretend? You understand? I would say pretend because some things you can't change about yourself. You understand what I'm saying? But are you willing to just sacrifice that behavior, that practice for the sake of my family? If you truly love me, you'll be willing to sacrifice. You understand? I mean, it depends on what it is. You understand? Some things don't make any sense for the family to wait. In that case, I'll stick with the girl. But if it makes sense to me, and if I'm like, okay, this is very, very understandable, then in that case, I would go for my family. And in most cases, families are always right because they are the one that will fight for you at the end of the day. Your significant other, if you are not lucky, might leave you. And you might get stranded, and your family will be like, they were warning you about that person, and then you have yourself to blame, and then you start going through depression and stuff like that.
Facts.
So you have to consider all those cons and pros and see which one is of more. Just as you said, you mentioned
Family.
Thanksgiving, Easter, all these celebration, you'll be left out because before you had that person, everything was going smooth. But when you had that person, nothing is going smooth anymore. Are you ready to sacrifice all those celebrations for that person? Is the person worth the sacrifice? So yeah, that's what that's what that's what I would consider before I make my final decision.
Yeah.
But as I said, family first, and
Yeah.
my experience with my family would even want me to listen to my family first before I think about the next person.
Yeah, I would not want to date.
But I'm
that
not mama's
person.
boy, you.
No, because I feel
Yeah,
like,
no.
if your significant other is, acting up or acting out,
Like
you need
disrespectful
somebody
and stuff
to
like that.
report them to.
Yeah.
Well, not really report, but someone
But
that
to
can,
help
call them
talk-
back into
yeah.
action.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, when you have relationship, there's always gonna be issues at some
Yeah,
point.
something.
But you want to have someone. If you don't, it's just like I'm gonna mention Justin Bieber. There's a song that he came out with that he was talking about his
My
family.
mama don't like you. She likes everyone.
No, it's
that
not even-
one.
That one, no. It's not even. This one he was talking.
Remember that
Yeah, I
one?
know that song.
That one
but I
was a
never think
little
about
bit
that one.
ash.
But there's actually one that was talking about the fact that he was lonely. I'm so lonely.
Yeah.
My voice is cracked. I would have sang
that
better.
from the tape.
I would have sang better than Justin Bieber.
Strike
But
that
Your
from the
voice
tape.
is
he was
hoarse.
talking. He was talking about his life and everything because he's rich from being as a child. Like he already had everything, but he was lonely because his family wasn't there for him because he was like. They believe like he's happy, he's able to get
That's the
whatever
thing,
he
looks
wants.
can be deceiving.
So exactly, and if you look at him, you're like he has everything. Why is he lonely? How is he lonely? You understand? So
You'd be
family,
surprised.
when you don't have anyone to talk to in trouble, your family, when you don't have a family to talk to, trust me, is a big. At least you might even want to kill yourself
And
because
this
it's
the
having
thing.
suicidal thoughts and stuff like that.
If
So family is really important.
if
in making
if
decisions.
the if the family don't like you and you guys are having the arguments.
You're
Let's say the
You're
arguments,
stranded.
the arguments are the 10% when they're not here.
Yeah.
Offensive kidney.
yes.
They
Oh
won't.
my god.
There was skyrocket that problem.
Seriously.
You wish you never told them anything in the beginning,
Exactly.
but yeah.
And they'll never forget it.
Exactly.
They will
Families
hold
don't
a
And your
forget, that's the
family,
thing.
your family
They'll-
will always hold your
They'll tell
decision
you,
against
have
you.
you forgotten what he did 5 years
Yeah,
ago on
I
this
told
day?
you, I told you, but you don't listen.
You don't
he has
say-
been with this.
that's-
He has been cheating on you. I already say
He
when you go out,
was cheating
we'll be
on
talking-
you with Falake.
Exactly. So you have to consider all those things. That's why families are just important and
Family is
in
important.
decision making. Like
Facts.
if your family don't agree, especially I'm not talking about your extended family, your nuclear family. If they don't, if they are not in support of your relationship with someone, if it's not financial reasons or whatever, if it's like physical reasons, I know family usually have like significant reasons than others. Sometimes they have like wrong reasons. So families could be wrong in some
True.
cases. Like
They don't
it
know
but then
depends.
that's
They are not
when
always
you
right.
have to know who you're
Exactly. So you have to be
dating.
able to think like a human. No, humans don't think. You have to be able to think like
Jesus
a god.
Lord.
Buzzer.
But
Time's
so we all agree. You said
Family.
you would still
Yeah,
continue.
yeah. That nigga don't do it.
You said no. We're on the same page. No.
Yeah, no.
And you?
I'm the middleman. Always the middleman.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching the
Oh, I have one more
spectacular.
question.
Oh, you want one more
I
question?
like it. The time is going.
One more question.
This is gonna be the last
Okay, you want to
time.
ask
This is
your
gonna be the last
question?
one.
Yeah, ask your
It's a
question.
question in there, so you can take off your list. Do you believe a man should love a woman more, or a woman should love a man more in a relationship?
Nah, I don't think anyone should love anyone more. I think it should be equal. Okay, you say yes.
I feel like
I just answered that straight because
yeah,
because of
so because
experience.
I hear that a lot, especially in the Ninja community, something Yoruba people.
I've never seen
like-
Nigerians be about equality.
The husband should love you more, so that way,
Wow.
what was the reason? There was like, so that way, even if you want to give up, that your husband would not want to give up because he still loves you. So he'll be the one fighting for the marriage or relationship.
Yeah, but
Man.
then they should be cheating.
What?
Yeah, because if one love is higher than the other, the lower love has the choice.
I mean,
Because
the
it
one
might-
that's
because the
lower, not
the lower
necessarily.
could be like, well,
no,
he loves me. Whatever I do, he's still gonna cut for me. So I could
With
be
the-
with.
so the
I could be with Benji.
the higher and lower. So they're
No
saying
comment.
the husband should love the wife or the girlfriend, boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever relationship it is. The man should be at 110 and the woman should be at maybe 90, 95. So that's not too low.
That's still like love.
That's
Yeah,
it's
that-
low, but
that's
it's not
still-
low.
yeah.
From 110 to 90 to 95, that's not low.
That's love still.
That's love.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just feel like it's more.
No, we're
if
not
the-
talking about 100 to 45. No,
No,
that's low, low.
exactly. So if one is just at 60% and the other is like 100%,
Yeah,
what
that's-
are they gonna do with the 40%?
Yeah.
Throw
You
it in the river.
understand? They're gonna have a lot of
Yeah.
issues with that 40%.
Facts.
So that's why I say I feel like the love should be equal. So if they are 60%, it should be both at 60%, so that one doesn't feel heartbroken when the other
60?
leaves.
What?
No, I'm just saying whatever
okay, okay.
percentage they choose to
Like,
be
they should
at.
match.
I feel like,
they
yeah,
should
definitely
match.
they should match.
60, 80, 100,
So
40,
they can
20,
both
10.
fight for
whatever
it,
it
and
is.
if they want to end it, they both
hand
end it.
Exactly. It's not gonna
So
be. It's not
one person
doesn't
won't be
feel the
hurt more
impact.
than the other.
Exactly. So yeah.
Fair enough.
And yeah, that's today's podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode on the.
On the spectacular opinion.
And thank you, Debbie and
And
Benji for
Benji
joining.
for joining.
Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. You're welcome. See you guys later on the next episode on the Spectacular Opinion.
Don't forget to like, subscribe,
share, comment.
share,
You know,
hit the notification for, I don't know, for all notifications, not passing the
Yeah,
line.
work on that. we need to write a script for that, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe.
don't forget to
and
like,
hit that
comment.
notification bell.
Share on your Instagram, share on your Facebook, share on all social
Tell a
platforms.
friend to tell a
I don't know why
friend
you
to tell
still
a
on
friend to tell a friend.
Send
Tell
it-
everybody, your
send it to
brother, your
your
cousin,
friend,
your
send it to your
nephew, niece,
ex,
all of them.
send it to
Your
your
ex.
enemies.
If you are still
Send it to
talking
your
to your ex, send it
situationship.
to him or her to
Uh-huh.
watch our show.
Exactly,
They
exactly.
might learn a thing or two.
Exactly.
Don't be
they-
stingy.
Don't
Yes,
be stingy.
don't be stingy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Don't be
that's the
stingy.
word. Don't be
Exactly.
stingy.
Don't be stingy. It's been long I heard that word. It's usually selfish.
Be a giver.
And we're out.
All right.
My whisper.